Hello everyone, it's Dita here once again. I can imagine what we're going through during these COVID times. And now that we're all locked down for the second time around, I would like to know what you have been up to during this time. And because we're all home with nothing to do, I do have a few questions that might interest you with this video. How does it feel to have a second chance to life? Could life ever be more fun after being stricken by the COVID? Who would ever think of being a fashion model at 89 years old? All this and more if you continue to watch our latest vlog. My mom and I decided to just play around and fiddle around with my wraps. Here's a few thoughts on how my mom has beat the virus and how we would like to go on living the nouveau lifestyle. It would be interesting to know that during times like this, we just decided to put this whole thing together because it was our special bonding time with each other. What a better way but make my mom my own granny model. And I think a lot of young ones out there will take special notice of how elegant and how wonderful she has projected and how she has shown off my beautiful wraps and the different colors that go with it. Allow me to tell you about my mommy Coral, as she is fondly called. She contracted COVID at the third week of April, and right through those months, she immediately took up all her energy to get herself back to her best fighting self. She recalls as she narrates her story. When she had a near-death experience, one night while asleep, she awoke to footsteps around her room, and there she looked around and nothing was moving around her. She looked up to the main door of her room and saw this beautiful white light in front of her that led to our family room, where she could hear a voice calling on to her. She stammered and took time as she thought to herself, "Am I ready to move a step further? Or maybe not." Once she got herself together, she automatically begged the voice to please spare her more time, since she realized her life on earth was not yet fulfilled, since she had a 94-year-old husband to care for and a living will that still had to be written. A few moments passed, and she was again brought back to her senses. Back to the room and the bed she lay before. That very moment, not even thinking of what came through her. As she encountered the Lord in her subconscious state, she narrates how pure a state of being she was in and felt so in touch with God. Now that she's back with us, I, as a doting daughter, find myself most of the time alone with her at home, and therefore, finding myself more time to play house like a fashion designer herself, dresses up each and every model that comes her way. I was soon delighted to play my role and amused in the bonding moments that we enjoyed together. Suffice it to say that we are responsible for creating the simple joys that we could do with our loved ones. I was amazed at how my mom cooperated with everything that I made her wear. Since we have such diverse sense of style, her being the subdued, elegant, and conservative dresser, while I usually opt for bright, whimsical, and adventurous styles. She somehow gave in to my proddings and acted on faith that I would make her look her best. I think of the times when she would dress me up as a little girl, not always agreeing with what she wanted me to wear, but eventually making her do the decisions since she called the shots then. As a full-time fashion designer and now a stylist to her, I recall the many moments I have been influenced by my mom's taste for the quiet beauty of elegance. She always held me for my over-excessiveness and pared and pruned my sense of style till I was more accepted by the bigger audience. Nevertheless, there was always this little voice that sounded like her that led me to make the right decisions. At one time, I asked my mom for a few words of advice, and this is what she replied. Sometimes I look in the mirror and what do I see? But a little old lady peering back at me with bags and wrinkles and wispy white hair. And I asked my reflection, how did you get there? You once were straight and vigorous, and now you're stooped and weak. Then her eyes began to twinkle, and she solemnly replied, "You're looking at the gift wrap and not the jewel inside. A living gem and precious, of unimagined worth, unique and true. The years that spoil your gift wrap with other things more cruel should purify and strengthen and polish up that jewel. So focus your attention on the inside, not the out, on being kinder, wiser, more content, and more devout. Then when your gift wrap's stripped away, your jewel will be set free to radiate God's glory through all eternity." Now that I have come of age and have grown to fullness of being, I'm even more thankful to dearest Mom, for she has always been a guiding light for me. Even with my creative choices, I celebrate life with her, the joys and sorrows of having a life blessed by God. By the way, I'm sure you noticed that I have stayed away from my joy seducing videos, but instead brought you some fashion senses. There you have it, dear friends. I do hope you enjoyed my video in honor of my dear mom. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you soon. Bye!